the issue of time. We're actually severely running out, so I have to apologize to the candidates. We are going to start cutting back on their time so you guys aren't here until midnight. So now, and this will be for the remaining candidates. Again, I apologize, short end of the stick for you guys, but we got to get this moving so that people can get home. Here on out, everybody gets 2 minutes for their introduction. I know, there's nothing to say to you. One question, and then we're going to go on to the next group. All right? So, on that note, are we ready? Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. They already all said seated in that order. We'll just it's fine. Okay, did anybody here, show them, the challenge coins at Mrs. table, if you took those, can you please return those to him, or at least return them to his table? Thank you. Sheriff, go get them. Find somebody. All right, so we're just going to start. There you go, right there. You want 2 minutes to introduce yourself and just go on down the table, and then I'll come back and ask questions. Go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Clyde Vogel. I want to thank the East Montgomery County Republican women for giving us a voice and allowing us to come over here and speak. I get kind of nervous speaking in front of folks. I'm not a politician. I'm a policeman and a leader. So, a little bit about me is I worked in the private sector for about 12 years after I graduated high school. I went to some college. I figured school wasn't for me, so I continued working. In doing so, I worked my way in a chemical plant from a helper all the way up to a supervisor. I was supervising guys who were 3 times my age when I left there. 2002, I went to work for Conroe PD. In 2006, I transferred to narcotics with a canine. From there, in 2012, I worked my dog till 2012, and then I went to undercover narcotics. I've conducted operations with as many as 15 different agencies participating. I know how to be a leader. I know what it takes to get along with others in any branch of law enforcement to make our communities better. Since 2017, I'm promoted to a patrol sergeant. I'm directly responsible for 7 and as many as 20 at one time. That's more than Precinct 2 have right now. In saying that, my guys at Conroe PD, on my shift, my 7, when you look at numbers, arrests, primary calls, secondary calls, traffic stops, we outperform Precinct 2 Constable's office way heads above what they're doing there. My name's Clyde Vogel, number 1 on the ballot. I appreciate your vote.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pena. A little bit about myself. I'm a father of 7. I have 5 girls, 2 boys. I've been raising my nephew since my brother passed away several years ago. I've been with the Sheriff's Office now for 15 years, been in law enforcement for 16. Currently assigned to our SWAT team. Within that assignment, I'm tasked with several duties. One is I do the active shooter training for private sector, public, churches, bunch of different stuff. I run the dignitary team for the county, so at times I'm in charge of 30 people in as little as 10, depending on what we're doing. Like my opponent said, I've worked in every aspect of law enforcement, and not just law enforcement. I'm a civil servant. I'm also a certified paramedic. I've worked as a wildland firefighter. I've also volunteered as a firefighter as well. I'm currently a warrant officer with the State Guard. Obviously Texans helping Texans. So you can see I have a passion for civil service, for public safety. I do it on my off time. I teach medical classes for public health, for churches, daycares, whoever calls. You know, I know we only have 2 minutes, so it's hard to say everything that we've done in our background. I've been, like I said, 16 years with the county, and it's hard, it's just something I love to do, is public safety. You know, if I couldn't do this without my wife, you know, everything I do is because of the wife. She has my backing, so she couldn't be here today because she has our kids at home. So she allows us to come out, allows me to come out and do this. If you want more about my resume, my background, please take the time, go to my Facebook page, look at it, research it, my campaign page as well. You can see my undergrad was in Homeland Security Emergency Management. My master's degree was in security management, and I'm working on a cybersecurity degree as well. So everything I've done is for law enforcement and public safety, and my time is up. Thank you.
Good evening. Well, that was loud. My name is David Eason. I'm obviously running for Montgomery County Precinct 2 Constable. I can't tell you who I am in 2 or 3 minutes, so I will tell you that I've made some videos about myself and what I stand for. They're on my Facebook page. They're also on my YouTube channel. I encourage you to check out my Facebook and also my website, eason2020.com. If you have any questions for me, please reach out to me. I've been in law enforcement for 22 years. I grew up in a conservative Christian family. Both my father and my brother are both police officers that served in Montgomery County. I started in 1998 at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, where I worked patrol and in the jail before coming to Montgomery County in 2008 as a criminal investigator. I worked persons and property, auto theft. I worked homicide for 7 years. I've got the training, I've got the experience and the leadership to lead Precinct 2 with honor and integrity. And you know, life is about personal relationships, and that's one of the things that I want to do is foster trusted relationships with the businesses, the citizens in the county, and mutual aid with other law enforcement officers, other law enforcement agencies to provide better coverage in working with these other agencies out there. So I just want to encourage you to check out my Facebook and go and look at these videos and read up on us and do the research to find out who the best candidate. I've been endorsed by Voters of Texas PAC, very proud of that, and also by former Sheriff Joe Corley and Sheriff Tommy Gage. My name is David Eason. I'm position 3 on the ballot, and I thank you for your time.
I'm Gene DeForest. I am your constable. I've been your constable for over 19 years. I was born a poor white child, upstate New York. Went in the United States Marine Corps, served my time. The Marine Corps dumped me in California, and I got here to Texas as quick as I could. Finally worked my way up here to Conroe, and I went to work for Conroe Police Department, worked for them for nearly 20 years when I ran for office, and took office back in 2001. I've been your constable ever since. I've been in law enforcement over 45 years. I've been married to my wife for over 45 years. I have a daughter, 2 beautiful granddaughters. Lucky they're not here tonight because this place would have been rearranged. I want to tell you that I love my job. I love working for you. Like I say, I'm not a politician. I'm in politics, but I will never be a politician. I will never stand up here and tell you what I think you want to hear. I will tell you the truth. And the truth is what I believe in. And I have no way to be able to tell you everything about Gene DeForest in 2 minutes for sure. It would take me at least an hour. But I work for you. I work very close with all the law enforcement agencies in Montgomery County, including Rowdy Hayden. We work very close together. I work very close with Conroe Police Department. We have since the day I took office. I believe in professionalism, pride, honesty, and integrity. It's what I built the foundation of the Precinct 2 Constable's office on. I work for you, the people. I don't work for anybody else. I work for you, the people that elected me and put me in office. Whether you live in Precinct 4, whether you live in Precinct 5, 3, or 1, I work for the people, and I do things for the people. And I love the Republican women. I'll do anything for the Republican women. I think you are the backbone of Montgomery County Republican Party, and you all need to stand up and take a bow.
backwards. All right. What experience as a leader qualifies you the most to be elected constable?
Well, that's simple. I've been your constable for over 19 years. I've been a leader. I know what it's like. I've been a supervisor. I've been a sergeant with the law enforcement agency. When I first come to Conroe, I worked for an oil field company and supervised 20 people. I did all the purchasing for the company. I was in charge of shipping, receiving, warehouse, tool crate. I was in charge of everything that went out the door and came in the door. I know what it's like to be a supervisor, and I know what it's like to be a leader. Two big different aspects of being a leader and a supervisor. Being a leader, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have responsibilities of everything. A supervisor, you just have one responsibility, and that's the people below you. But as a leader, you're responsible for the whole office. Everything that goes on in that office. You're responsible for the budget. You're responsible for everything. Anything that goes wrong, the buck stops here. Right?
So, prior to law enforcement, I worked as a health and safety director for an environmental company, a Superfund site here in Conroe, where I supervised approximately 50 guys for a couple of years before becoming a police officer. And then also in criminal investigations, you know, you're the lead person who's responsible for some really complex investigations and scenes, and I've worked hundreds of complex scenes that have led teams of people from the crime scene to the courtroom. And being a leader is about leading from the front, boots on the ground, never asking your people to do anything that you're not willing to do yourself, and always treat people with dignity and respect. And so I have 100% faith that I could lead that agency, like I said, with honor and integrity, and I appreciate your vote and your support.
Prior to law enforcement, I worked as an operations supervisor for a pharmaceutical company. Did the hiring, the firing. It was a multi-million-dollar corporation. I worked for them for several years. Recently, with the SWAT team, my current position is as a team leader. So I handle and manage large SWAT scenes, complex scenes that we see on TV, we read in the news. I'm the team leader with the SWAT team, dignitary protection, also a warrant officer with the State Guard. So I do have several years of leadership experience, and I'm going to take the rest of my time to tell you that I didn't mention it earlier because I ran out of time. I'm the only candidate that was endorsed by both divides of the Republican Party. The Montgomery County Tea Party, the Texas Patriot PAC, and the Republican Voters of Texas PAC. And I also got the endorsement from the Latino for President PAC. And now that's all my time.
So let me say right quick, the number one job of a leader is to train other leaders. Okay? That's what our job is as leaders or supervisors. I've done that. When I worked in narcotics, I trained guys who promoted before me. When I work in patrol now as a patrol supervisor, I have guys that promote or lateral out from under to go to CID because of the leadership that they're getting there. So that is the number one job of a leader, is to train new leaders. And I believe that I do that. I've been to the schools, I've been to FBI LEDA, I've been to supervisor schools. I know what it takes, and I'm the only candidate in this race who's done that just prior to running for constable.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's give them a round of applause.